Hello everybody, welcome back to CK Shave and Fragrance. I'm Clay Knight, and I just finished a face shave with my straight razor, so that video will be linked in the description. If you'd like to see that shave, go ahead and go check that out. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And tonight I'm going to be doing my head shave on camera for you, so you can see how I do my head shaves with my leaf razor. So real quickly, rundown: Razor Ruby, beautiful scent, based on Roja Dove Enigma. I have the matching splash and EDP. I talk a little more in depth about the scent notes and everything in my face shave video, so I urge you to go check that out. You can, even if you just watch the first 5 minutes to see what I have to say about the fragrance. It's a beautiful fragrance and I love it. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. I've already lathered my soap in my bowl. This is my Chisel and Hound pearl handle V11 Fanchurian brush. So just kind of scrub the first little bit of what was in the brush into the hair, and then I'll go back and I'll scoop up a little more lather and lay down a little bit thicker layer of lather here. I am going to fill my sink. I haven't done that yet, so I apologize for the sound of the running water, but it will only take a minute. So we're just going to lay down some additional lather. This is a well-hydrated lather. You know, I put a fair amount of water in this because I like it slick, and lather is its slickest when it's well hydrated. You know, it's a little less thick and like super thick, creamy, like like a Greek yogurt consistency. But I find that I get my best shaves when it's just a little bit thinner than that. Just a little more water. It stays hydrated longer on the skin if I take my time. I'm not worried about it starting to dry out or cake up. It just gives you that ultimate glide. So I think that you have to figure out what works best for you. This is the leaf razor. It is a sort of a hybrid razor between a safety razor and a cartridge razor, although I hate even equating it to a cartridge razor because there's nothing about this that is like a cartridge. It has no removable heads that you throw away and have to buy proprietary heads and blades. There's no plastic in this razor. It uses either single edge or DE double edge blades that are snapped in half. So you can put up to 3 blades in this. You can use 1, 2, or 3 in any of the 3 slots, whichever works best for you. They're saying the bottom slot being number 1, middle slot being 2, and top slot being 3. The bottom slot being the most aggressive, and then gradually getting more mild as you go up. I run all 3 blades, always have. Like it that way. It's just the way I like to do it. These blades are the Made in India Wilkinson Sword blades, brand new. And we're going to get into it. I go straight against the grain with my head shaves. I shave every day. So I usually go for the back first. And I have sideways growth on the back of my neck. So I get that out of the way. I usually hit down low real quick. Get those neck hairs that kind of creep up over the collar. And then I just kind of come around the back side of the ear and go up right around to the crown, up over the top of the ear. And you know, I can hear and feel the feedback, so I can tell as it's, you know, getting all of the stubble down and gone. And I'll do the other side. You know, the order in which you attack it is up to you and your own growth patterns and, you know, coarseness of hair and all that. But I go straight against the grain. It works good for me. Some guys can't handle that. They got to do a with the grain pass first. My head's pretty tough when it comes to shaving. I've been doing it a long time, and so a straight away against the grain pass doesn't bother me at all. So then I work my way back around all the way up, doing the back. These are pretty much just straight up strokes. There is a bit of a pattern where it'll, you know, go sideways a little bit. So on a second pass, I get any cleanup that I miss on this pass. But this takes, you know, 90 some odd percent of it down, and my second is usually a cleanup, and maybe, no, I usually don't do a full 3 passes, but usually it takes me 2, and then maybe a little dab here or there to clean up a little patch that I miss, or something that doesn't feel quite smooth enough for my liking. Do have a couple of moles on my head. One of them's right here in the front, so I gotta be careful in that spot because I have nicked that before, and it's annoying when it starts bleeding, and then it gets a scab, and then it's ugly, and it also is prone to get caught every time you shave after that, so you gotta be extra careful. So I try to be wary of where I have my moles that stick up. Oftentimes I kind of do this. I'll follow the razor with my other hand, and I can feel if I've missed any, like a line in between moving over or something like that. And you know, if you're using a good soap like this, residual slickness is plenty that you can just go right back over it without having to lather and get it on another pass. If you notice, I don't utilize the pivot of the head very much. The head of this razor pivots, and I've seen a lot of guys that are doing this with it, and to me that just doesn't work well. What works well for me is I sort of lay the razor flat. I keep the handle, you know, fairly flat and parallel to the skin. I don't flex that head very much, and I just kind of drag it. I let that first leading blade really do most of the work, and then the second and third blades just kind of catch anything that gets missed, and I just kind of let it follow the curvature of my head like that. That's what works best for me for head shaves. You know, I've seen a few guys get the leaf and then say that it just didn't work for them. I think, you know, maybe they're not utilizing it to the best of its potential because they think they have to use that pivoting head or something like that. So just know that this is not a razor that is without technique. You can utilize different techniques with it and get different results. So that's how I do it. I drag the blade like this. So you can see I'm not pivoting that head. Like, I don't apply a downward pressure on that thing and bring that handle at a perpendicular angle to my head. The handle stays kind of parallel and flat. So as far as I'm concerned, it could have no pivot to the head and I would get the same quality of shaves with it. What I like about it is the 3 single edge blades. They seem to just really work well. You know, I shave with DEs and other SE blades on my head, and I get good shaves with those too. But this is just a easy, no nonsense, great head shaver for me. I only use it for my head. I do not shave my face with this razor. I have, just to see, but I don't care for it that much on the face. You know, I like straight razors and DE razors and other ones for my face. But I swear by the leaf for my head shaves. I love it. So it was kind of like 1.5 passes because I did add a little lather to this area right here. It's like kind of a area where I got some funky growth patterns, and so I usually have to hit it a couple, 2, 3. That's usually where I get like that third, sort of like a half of cleanup pass, to make sure I get it all the way smooth. But I will lather up the entire head this time and do a full second pass. So that looks pretty good. A little bit more on the back of the neck because I do need to hit that a second time, and I kind of go at a diagonal. So that feels good. Gotta always hit this a second time and make sure that I don't miss anything. You know, there's also, I'm twisting the razor a bit to make sure one side or the other is kind of following the contours and little concavities of the skull, where little bits of stubble are hiding. I apply only a light pressure with this razor. It's not a super heavy razor, so I find that it does require a bit of pressure. For me, it's what works. I have a weird cowlick right here, so I kind of gotta hit it in several directions. But I have to be careful not to apply much pressure here because if I do, it usually causes a bump or irritation, ingrown hair or something later that bothers me. Yeah, that's good. And we'll go at a diagonal across here, and then a sideways pass, and then a downwards pass. Got it. All right, that feels real smooth, real good. I'll pull the ear down. And that, my friends, is a smooth head right there, one little spot. That's a smooth shave. And as you can see, it really didn't take long, you know. This First Line Shave Soap is really good. It's got such good residual slickness that I can do these little buffing touch-ups pretty much with no additional soap. Just water on the razor is enough to re-slickify everything and keep it comfortable. You know, and now I'm just kind of being nitpicky because I'm super perfectionist when it comes to head shaves. But that's it. I mean, that's super smooth. You know, maybe you watched the face shave that preceded this one. And if you did, I said I would be doing my head shave and then doing my post shave. So that's what we're going to do, post shave now. So I do a quick rinse. Didn't take much because the razor took off most of the lather. And I like to just kind of smear around a little of the lather and just kind of wipe it off as opposed to rinse it super thoroughly, because I feel like that soap has good ingredients that actually, you know, it has a great post-shave feel, and it just adds to the post-shave experience. It's not going to hurt the skin. So, use my old car detailing towel here, this drying towel that I got. I find that they're cheap, easily available at your Walmart or AutoZone or wherever you want to go. They're super soft, really absorbent, large, so I can cover my whole head and face if I want. I like these towels a lot. And that's done. The shaves went so well, I'm probably not even going to go with any sort of balm or star jelly like I do a lot of times. I'm just going to go with the splash. So we're going to work that on. Oh man, that feels good. Almost no sting because we didn't irritate the skin. Whew. Love the smell of this. Definitely has like a rum and coke vibe, but more layered than just that. But oh, that's a beautiful scent. It's got some incense going in there and just really beautiful scent. So that's that. Head shave finished, face shave finished, and you know, feeling good, feeling smooth, smelling nice. And that's what this is all about. This is self-care. This is my time to take care of myself and feel good. And so you know, if you joined me and you enjoyed it, maybe you learned something, maybe you just find me like an oddball that entertains you. You know, I know I'm not a super energetic kind of a guy when it comes to my videos. I'm more subdued. I just kind of take it easy. It's calming. So You know, I hope you got something out of the video if you watched it, and you know, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, send somebody else to watch the videos if you like them. And until next time, be well, be blessed, and remember to be kind to one another. Peace.